right, kids, what's happening, party people? Everybody feeling good? Everybody looking good? Everybody in a good headspace? Let's hope so. We got our 420 broadcast ready to set sail. Tony, we're ready to set sail on the high seas, okay? On the PMP high seas, if there is such a thing. But great to see everybody lined up today. Hope everybody had a nice weekend, and we got a lot in front of us today. It's going to be a pretty interesting week. We got a lot of stuff bubbling. We're going to get through everything today. Good to see. Look at Jeff Faust lining up today. What's up, Fausty? Good to see you. Miriam, Dom, Rags in New Jersey, Noemi, all the usual suspects. Great to see all y'all on board today. Let me check in with my guy before anybody does anything and anybody goes anywhere. Creative Tony, how's your nice Geezer Butler shirt, dude. Good way to start the week.
I just had to get my stretch on, dude. And by the way, public service announcement to just human beings everywhere. Okay. Can I just say this right out of the gates?
You say whatever you want. You got the mic. The floor is yours, dude. It's you PSA away.
So I'm going to create the scene for everybody, okay? I'm just going to say that I'm at the LBP PMP Studios, just above Longbridge Studios, Longbridge Pizza Studios.
I love the PMP. I love the P. Let me get this straight, Tony. The PMP LBP broadcast studios. It's a hidden gem down there. Another reason to celebrate the dog patch. We broadcast from there. Yes.
Also, totally random note, but I saw Cron Chris over the weekend, and he said they finished the podcast studio at Cron, and they want us in there, dude. They want us broadcasting from the Cron studios. He showed me pictures. It's freaking beautiful, dude. So updates on that too, and part of the Cron 4 family. We love the Cron 4 family.
Tony, my first question when I hear about the Cron 4 studio, can I bring the Paulie Mac windsock and hang it up in the do you remember the windsock? Somebody said that. Remember I was hanging that in the studio?
Totally. Yes.
Dude, let me tell you a couple things about the windsock. That was highly controversial. Just another nail in my coffin. I put the windsock up in the studio, and without naming any names, the guy who's running that place now, he doesn't need to be mentioned. I'd rather not mention him. Let's just put it this way, Creative Tony, not a fan. Not a fan of the Paulie Mac windsock. He didn't endorse it. And so here's what would happen.
Which means you're doing something right.
Oh, no, this was a battle. This went on every day. So, Tony, we hung it up. We had a barrel of laughs about this. Murph loved it. I loved it. Marcus, it was funny. Somebody sent me a windsock with my name on it. It was funny. So, dude, he would take it down every day. And then when I would come back in the next morning, I'd put it right back up. And this was
like when they told me to take all the posters and stuff down off the walls.
Yeah. Tony's got like 49er memorabilia, that beautiful Sopranos frame thing. And they're like, they ruled. I don't even know why we're going down this road.
I know, but they told me to take everything off the walls. Am I thinking, no?
I wanted to look like a jail cell if possible. Nothing on the walls. Thank you.
You know what I did? I said no.
Yeah, I said no.
I'm not taking everything down. Fire me, get rid of me, but I'm not taking everything down. Everything on this wall has a story behind it, and everything on these walls helps. It's like a museum in here, and I'm not taking it down. And finally, I won that battle. But Paulie, back to we saw Cron Chris, and he sends his love, and we love being part
What's
of the
up, Cron Chris? Hope to see you soon, buddy. And on that note, real quick, sorry, Tony, just got to give props. Shout out to all of our friends on the Cron 4 Plus app. Thank you for downloading. And please, you know what, PMP Army, help out the cause and download that Cron 4 Plus app. It would help us out. And if you're watching on the Cron 4 app, welcome aboard. We love you guys. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're finding the show. Spotify, like our buddy Bocce Chris is a big Spotify guy. But anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for consuming the show wherever and whenever you do. Tony, go ahead. Sorry.
I spoke with Bocce Chris over the weekend. He sends his best as well.
You're a busy little bee down there on the. I got Bocce Chris. Your Chris dance card is maxed out, Holmes. You got Cron Chris, Bocce Chris. Yeah.
Very busy weekend, man. Very busy weekend. But my point being that I park in the LBP PMP studios, and it's 2 blocks from in the parking lot is 2 blocks from the studios. And Neil's been kind enough to give me a parking spot. I love you, Neil. Thank you. But on my walk, three different people walking towards me, staring at their phones.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And don't look up. And if I'm not looking up, we collide.
You know what, then? Maybe it's time to just lower the shoulder and give them a little hip check, like in the NHL, dude. Just put the shoulder right into their chest plate, and then maybe, they'll realize this is a sidewalk for walking, not for catching up on emails. Tony, go ahead.
Exactly. If you're walking, look up. Look ahead of you. Make eye contact. Like I swear, I was like, "Wow!"
No,
they're gonna run right into me if I don't move. If I don't move out of the way, they're gonna run right into me because they're not looking.
See, already though, I got to call BS on these people because why is it why does it default to becoming your responsibility to steer clear of their way? It's a sidewalk. This ain't no freaking building, and it's not your living room. We're all sharing the sidewalk. See, I would argue that you shouldn't move at all. They should move. They should be more aware of their surroundings. And I'll tell you
what, know what's going on. They don't even know that I walked past them. They really don't even know that I walked past them. So
how about these dudes? How about these dudes, bro? You're sitting in San Francisco. It happens most often to me in the city. You're in the city. You're at any given, busy intersection. You're at a red light. Light turns green, and here they come, dude. Yeah. They're just crossing in the crosswalk, dude, buried like this.
Yeah.
You might want to keep your head up, dude, when you're walking through a crosswalk. I'm just suggesting that.
Look at the beautiful San Francisco skyline. Look at the beautiful the golden sunshine and the blue sky. By the way,
look at your beautiful fellow citizens. There's all kind of handsome men and women prancing around San Francisco. Maybe, tuck the phone away, enjoy the scenery. Say what's up to your fellow citizens. That's how I like to navigate myself.
That's my PSA. That's my PSA for the week. We're starting it. Yeah, that's my public service. Just look up and look ahead, people. Let's work together. Okay.
It's like Miguel Salas.
This can wait.
Okay? Dude, this can wait. Shout out Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty. Heaven Can Wait. Good film.
Shout out Heaven Isn't Too Far Away.
Heaven is it? What is that? Help me. Was that White Lion or something? Who is that?
Every day.
Who is that?
I don't know. Heaven Isn't Too Far Away.
I'm saying White Lion. I don't know if I'm right. I'm going White Lion.
No, you're wrong, Paulie. It's Warrant.
Okay, yeah, same ballpark. Yeah. Same genre. Yeah.
Gross will do.
Rags didn't know either. Rags goes winger. Hey, Grosh again. My man Grosh with the Jet Boy shirt, dude. Again, I like to remind people. I'm not bragging about this, but it's a fact. Grosh, I've seen him. I saw him twice. Dude. I saw Warren twice. Yeah, opening up for Motley Crue. All right, Tony, how was your weekend, though? Sidewalk confrontations excluded. How was your weekend?
The weekend was good. Our Little League Giants, we got bounced from the playoffs, so that's over. So now we got to wait for the home run derby and then All-Stars, Little League All-Stars. But we lost our second playoff game, so we're out of the playoff hunt. But hey, tip of the cap to the teams that are still alive, and it's so much fun, man. And but I got emotional, dude. At the end of the game, I started welling up and
it is emotional. It is. It's like the closing of a chapter now. Yeah.
Totally. My co-coach, shout out James Hanna, he got emotional, and we're trying to talk to the kids, and we're kind of short of breath at times. And then the 12-year-olds on the team, because it's their last year, they were sobbing. And my son's not a big crier, but he kind of broke down. And then he looked at me, he goes, "Dad, can we leave now? Can we go home now?" And I go, "You know what, dude? Yeah, let's go." So
why didn't you say that? I'm surprised. What does that mean? I think
he was taking it hard. He was just taking it hard. He wanted to just eject himself from the scene. And then, dude, but then an hour later, he's on his bike going back up to the field to watch the next game. You know
what I'm saying? It's all temporary with little kids. Like the sorrow will pass in 10 minutes. And I was going to say, for guys like you, when you reach that moment and you're like, I got to get out of here. Let's get out of here. You go home. I know what you do, dude. You go home, you fix yourself a cocktail, you relax, you watch the Giants. What does a little kid do when he has to get the hell out of Dodge and to calm his nerve? What, a juice box? What do they do?
You know what he did, Paulie? I think he went and grabbed a bag of chips that we have in the cupboard, right?
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
And then I think he went and jumped on Minecraft. He just wanted to get his mind off of baseball and off the game. So he does Minecraft with his buddies, and they build stuff, which have you ever seen Minecraft? It's a pretty cool game, actually. But he did that for a little while, and then my co-coach James, because we have a tradition. He has a cooler that we just have full of Pacificos for the whole season. So after every practice and every game, we have an ice cold Pacifico.
That's a good beer. I like Pacifico. Right, I like all the Mexican beers. I like Modelo. I like Pacifico. Mexican beers are A-okay with me, man.
Now, Paulie, my first choice would be an ice cold Stud Light from Standard Deviant, of course.
Well, Stud Nuts Light, preferably, but go ahead. Yeah.
Stud Nuts Light. But so, anyways. Usually we have a post-game beer, win or lose, but because Dom and I bolted so quickly, James, the co-coach, called me. He goes, "Hey, dude, we didn't have our Pacifico. I'm literally in your driveway bringing Pacifico." So we shared a nice couple ice cold Pacificos.
In your driveway?
Just in my house, in the front room in the house.
I see.
Yeah. And then the rest. Then we had our San Carlos hometown days. It's a 3-day festival of rides and music and. Shout out the Steam Donkeys, dude. A local San Carlos dad cover band called the Steam Donkeys, dude.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did they play? Where were they?
They played at the like one of the stages in our big park called Burton Park, and they're like a '90s cover band. And Ken
Like, give me some songs. What were they? What was what? Like, what
they
did
did
they
like
play?
some Green Day. They did Chili Peppers, to name a few. That band Lit, who had like a big hit. I forget the name of the song.
Do you guys know any Lit? Yeah.
Yeah, right. And so it was a really fun weekend, man. And
see, when I hear a band like that, like those 90s band, like those alt rock like bands like Lit, I always, you know what I think of, man? I always think about Live 105 when they were peaking. And that's another station that fell by the wayside. Live 105, I mean, they were a force to be reckoned with. In fact, do you remember, Tony, when we first started our radio careers, Live 105, I'm pretty sure at that time in the late 90s, they were carrying the Howard Stern show right in the morning. That was, So it was crazy because they're simulcasting Howard, and Howard was beating everybody in San Francisco. He's beating all the local shows. And then I forget what happened, but Howard went to Sirius. That's why he jumped ship and he moved to satellite radio. And then I don't remember what became because we got wrapped up in our own gig at KNBR, but did they ever put another morning show in place? I don't even remember. Live 105.
It was like the Alex Bennett show. I remember that.
Well, that was like dude. Shout out. Alex Bennett was, the truth of the matter is, and I know you know this, Tony, but for people that are casual about it, Alex Bennett was kind of doing the Howard Stern show before Howard even came along. He was doing that, I think, you guys can help me out, but I would say he was the early 80s, right? When Alex Bennett started doing his thing. And it was the same kind of shtick, like doing this kind of shock radio people had never heard. And I'm just here to say, Alex Bennett never got his due credit because he really was the first guy to do that kind of radio. Howard became the poster boy for that, like shock radio or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, shout out Alex Bennett. He was an OG. He was doing it first. He really was.
We're gonna talk Giants. We're gonna talk NBA. We have some stuff to give away today.
We got
as well.
A ton of stuff. I know we got a ton to get into. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say I just saw in the chat. Who said this on the chat? They mentioned one of our dear friends who we love, man, but we haven't seen in a while. No Name. No Name is a great dude, but he was on the air for a long time on Live 105 and Alice. So what's up, No Name?
And Tony, the other one that was big for us at the Ticket 1050. I mean, I think we had like one of those stupid radio wars with them for a little while.
Yeah.
The show that was on, oh God, what the hell was that? Were they called Wild, the Dog Pound, or what was the name of that? Stupid
Wild 94.9, I think was, and then there was KMEL. I don't remember exactly because I was just like, we need to make sure that we beat everybody.
I'm saying Dog Pound. I don't know why I'm saying Dog Pound. Was that the name of their show, Dog Pound? Or am I off base on this?
I don't know. But by the way, hold on a second, Paulie. I totally distracted and I apologize. But Red Jet Shell in the chat says that it's Joe Cool's birthday today. Is it whose birthday? Who's Joe Cool? Let us know. Is that Joe Schmo? Joe Schmo, Joe Cool. And then also I want to welcome PN Cordas to the proceedings. It says late to the show, loved the Flan episode, and posted some video of him and PB at Slim's. I saw that, and thank you for posting that. And if you missed the Tim Flannery interview, it's on our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles. Just go back to I think it was episode 3. This is episode 324. We're gonna do numerology in a second, but it was episode 322, I believe.
Yeah,
322.
Yeah. You're right.
And then we had episode 323, which was Tom Tolbert on Friday. So if you missed those, just go back to our YouTube channel and check them out, or the audio versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Paulie, I just gotta say, I don't know what you want to get into first, but man, my man crush on Luis Arraez just continues.
Okay, so hold on. Before I know I got
dude, from spring training on, he is exceeding my expectations, and I was very excited to have him in the first place. But dude, the guy is I love watching him.
I mean, the problem is we need like 7 or 8 more guys like him because the bottom line is, the Giants, they popped for 10 runs yesterday. They won a couple of games against the East. However, the Giants are still 7 games under 500. So yes, if we had a few more like Arraez, it might be better. Tony, I want to do numerology quick, and then we'll do the big announcements, and we'll start the formal topics today. But what number are we today?
We are episode 324, 324. But Paulie, stand by. I'm going to give you some. What can I give you?
Good day, everyone.
If you want to de-blur, you told me to tell you
I'll be
when you're
back.
blurry. So if you want to de-blur, go de-blur and come back.
You've said too much. I'll be back. Stand by. Stand by.
See, Noemi, see, we're on it. Noemi says, Paulie looking blurry. Yeah, so Paulie and I have a new pact that, because we've been trying to work on this blur thing, and we were talking to Tom Tolbert's producer, and they can't figure it out because they have blur issues on their end. So anyways, Paulie's going to come back. He's going to de-blur. But in the meantime, we're going to do numerology. We got some fun birthdays today, too. We're going to give some tickets away to the Dwight Clark Legacy Series event on Wednesday. We're going to give those away today. And also just my guy, Luis Arraez. Just I cannot say enough about this guy. I got a bunch of numbers I want to give when Paulie comes back on the show. Oh, here he is. He's back in the green room. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I think it's going to be a process. I think it's going to be a process, you know?
I'm sick of the process. And let me tell you something else, you guys. Here's the funny thing. When I'm doing my show at home, I'm in my studio, just so the audience knows. I know you know this, Tony. Yeah. What I see on my screen is crystal clear. Like everything looks great. So I never know if the image that the audience is getting is blurred. So I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know if I need to jump ship again. I'll clean it up because I want
Paulie, vice versa.
Yeah. Well, no, you're looking good, dude.
You're the same thing. I look crystal clear to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm ever blurred. So, or in the chat, just say, Tony, you're blurry. Get the hell out of there. So, or Tony, do something, right? Is what the new phrase is. Tony, do something.
That's my big one. That's my default. Tony, you got to do something. Hey, let's do numerology, and then I got big announcements to make. So 324, can I go first? I got a good one.
Yeah, but I want to make an open for numerology. I don't know. Yeah, numerology.
Yeah. That's exactly what it should be. I'm going to go first. I'm going to take the 2 and the 4 from 324, and I'm going to give it to the guy who nobody wants to talk about him except Paulie Mac. I'm here to sing the praises of
Rick Barry.
No, 49er fullback Harry effing Sidney. Okay. Yeah. Harry Sidney, number 24. Yep. And one of my great trivia questions about Harry Sidney is he one time on a Bill Walsh trick play, he threw a touchdown pass to Jerry Rice. I think it was against the Packers in Green Bay. 88, 89 in there somewhere. So anyway, that's my guy today. I'm going Harry Sidney, big old fullback back in the late 80s, early 90s. Tony, you're up. Who do you got?
Well, I got to go Ricky Henderson, dude. Probably arguably my favorite baseball player of all time. Like I go back and forth of who was my favorite of all time, but I think Ricky, because no one will ever do what he did in baseball ever again. He was swiping bags, and he made swiping third base look so easy.
I love when guys steal third.
It never happens anymore.
No, never. You never see a guy go for third. Ricky could do it in his sleep. He could do it. He could run backwards and steal.
He would do this like walking lead and like walk into it, and then just all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. And then he would slide head first and like hug the bag and. Oh man, it's just incredible, dude. So Ricky Henderson. I saw Devin Williams, number 24 from Mark Gravy Graves. What's up, Gravy?
Wow, real quick, Tony. This is a pretty impressive Niner trivia from Joe Cool. Joe Cool 84 goes, guys, don't forget, and he's right. Ronnie Lott actually wore number 24 very briefly as a rookie. You're right. I remember that, Joe. Low Steve checking in. He's down with Harry Sidney. Hell yeah, dude. And by the way, maybe the only 49er in my lifetime, Tony, with the first name Harry. You know what I mean? You don't get a lot of Harrys. And then here comes Gravy with a big one, dude. Gravy. Delvin Williams. He rushed for 1,000 yards in 1976. I remember. I was there. Okay.
And Paulie, there might not have been another Harry, but there was a Barry. There was another Barry for the 49ers, Barry Helton. If you remember Barry Helton. Okay.
Great pull, dude. Great pull. And they're actually
and there was a Harry for the Giants too. Harry Spillman. Paulie, don't forget Harry Spillman.
Okay. And there technically was another Harry in the 49er family. He wasn't on the field, but Dr. Harry Edwards, the great psychologist, social guy. I believe he's still affiliated with the Niners. So in fact, you know what? Harry Edwards is the kind of guy that would come to the Dwight Clark Legacy event on Wednesday. And we have tickets. We're going to give you guys a pair of tickets before the end of the show today. I have a Niner trivia question. It's about Dwight Clark. So all you DC fans, if you want to join us, it's this Wednesday at the Hammer Theater in San Jose, which is literally a couple of doors down from the original Joe's, if you know where that is in San Jose. And we have 2 tickets for you. Now, these events are really, really special. Tony and I are going to be down there early because we're going to be kind of hosting this reception they're doing. But all the heavyweight dudes will be coming out around 6, 7 o'clock, and then we'll move it inside. They have like an outdoor reception. It's really nice. Then you move inside to the theater, and you'll see guys like, Fred Warner, Steve Young. I don't know the guest list this year, but I know it'll be loaded with 49er royalty. Last year, Tony and I hung with Tom Rathman, Garrison Hurst. You know what I mean? Dude, probably though our biggest kind of schmooze of the night though was the great Dan Buns.
Yeah.
Remember do you have access to the Buns picture?
I don't right now.
No problem.
I don't, but I'll get it because that was an epic moment with Dan.
He's like, get over here, you guys. He just like put his big ass linebacker hands on us like Buns. And by the way, don't sleep on Danny Buns had a role in the film called North Dallas 40 with Nick Nolte. Danny Buns, he's in the movie, dude. He's in the freaking movie. So anyway, looking forward to Wednesday, and we're going to have somebody join us. We'll give a pair of tickets away later in the show.
Hell yeah, dude. And like you said, it's a great event for a great cause. And I also want to say, speaking of great events for a great cause, I am at Longbridge Studios above Longbridge Pizza tonight at 6 o'clock. Well, actually, the doors open at 5 o'clock. It is the Jerry Day fundraiser for the Jerry Garcia Day that happens every August. It's August 1st this year. At Jerry Garcia Amphitheater in San Francisco. And Neil and the wonderful people at Longbridge said, you know what? Let's raise some money because Jerry Day is always free every year, and it's just out of the pockets of wonderful donors. And Neil's like, let's raise some money to give to the Jerry Day to help them out, because they're always helping everybody else out that goes for free. So if you're interested, come on to Longbridge Pizza tonight. Music starts with Jerry and the Jerks playing Jerry Garcia, Grateful Dead music and some Jerry Garcia band music starting at 6 o'clock, 2 sets, all you can eat pizza, and it's ice cream and meatballs. It's going to be a hell of a time. Paulie, some of the freaking the PNP Familia, Rising Wolf. Your mom is cool. Captain Leisure, they're all taking the train up.
I'm a Captain Leisure fan. I'm a fan of Captain Leisure. I give him my best if you see him.
I was sipping on a dirty Hendrix martini, actually a dirty Sipsmith martini with
Captain
Captain
Leisure. What did I
Leisure.
just tell you guys about this dude with his cocktails? I told you 10 minutes ago. I telegraphed my punch because Tony is Mr. freaking cocktail. Most of us get like, give me a cold beer, give me a glass of wine. Tony's like, no, I need and what was the name of this cocktail you just talked about? What's it called?
It's a dirty martini with Sipsmith. Okay. I usually go Hendrix gin. And by the way, I've gotten to the point in life and at my age, it's just one cocktail. And I sip it nice and slow.
Yeah, but then you transition to something else generally. You might have one cocktail as like a warm-up, and then I look over and you got a beer in your hand. So it's like, yeah, sure. Like anybody. Yeah, like anybody would.
Well, but yes, you are right. But anyways, Sipsmith, very good gin, by the way, if you're looking for a good gin. But come on down to Longbridge Pizza if you want to join us. All you can eat pizza, Jerry and the Jerks, 2 sets, and it's ice cream, meatballs, and a really good crowd. It's going to be a lot of fun, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Jerry Day Foundation, Jerry Day Fund. And it's just Neil Zanardi and everybody at Longbridge being so super cool. And we'll talk about Longbridge later in the show, but I just wanted to remind everybody that's going down today.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you, Tony. And our great friend Carlos De La Fuente, he goes, I'm drinking a real strong margarita right now.
Nice.
And see, that's the benefit of doing this 420 show. You want to make a cocktail, you go ahead and do that. If you want to spin one up and puff away, I'm not going to stop you. You go ahead and do that as well. Creative Tony, I have an announcement to make because this is like kind of big news here. You got something else. What do you got?
Business time. We have a couple supers. So you tell me what you want to do. Supers.
We're going to go supers, Arrow, Paulie Mac's big announcement. So go start with your supers. Yeah.
And we're going to do that because, Paulie.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
Okay. And congratulations to
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Tony Vitello on taking 2 of 3 for his first ever series in Sacramento. Okay,
we're congratulating Tony Vitello. It's interesting you singled him out. Why him and not some of the play? I don't know. It's just an interesting way to frame that. Congrats to Tony Vitello for winning 2 against. And by the way, that's your first place Sacramento ways. But go ahead.
Yeah, Paulie. I'm also saying that just so I could do the Jerry Seinfeld soundbite, basically.
Fair enough. Nothing else needs to be said. Anything for a riff. I got you, buddy.
Anything for
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
I'm so glad you embraced that. I'm so good because I was hearing that in my head. I'm like, Tony, we got to get that Seinfeld stuff up there. And he did. Well done, T.
You know what? And I'm going to deviate again, Paulie, because I got to do this.
Bombs away.
That's for Arraez's first home run. All right, that's for Arraez's second home run.
Bombs away.
That's for when the Schmitt goes down, first home run.
Would you be willing to award the a bombs away or some soundbite? I would like to acknowledge this too, because especially yesterday, there were so many Giants fans in that stadium. It was basically a Giants home game.
Yes,
It really was. I mean, the poor A's, dude. Like I really do feel bad for the A's. I feel bad for the organization. I feel bad for their fan base. They're being held hostage by this jackass owner. And I was I dug it, but at the same time, I was like, damn. The A's just can't catch a break. They play the Giants. It's all Giant fans. Did you see that? How many Giant fans were in the house yesterday?
yes, dude, I did, man. I love it. I mean, like, travel well, Giants fans. And as much as I don't like what's going on with the A's and with everything, and then playing in a minor league ballpark, it is an opportunity to see the Giants in a smaller ballpark up close. And
especially if you live up there, like our boy, Kenny, who does his own show. Remember, we had KC on our show a couple of months ago. He's a massive Giant fan, and he's up in Sac. So for guys like that, yeah, it's a real treat to have them so close. Yeah, for sure.
100%, dude. And by the way, Paulie, so I think we total 6 home runs on the weekend. So I was at 3. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bombs away.
Okay, that's for Casey Schmidt's second home run. When the Schmitt goes down, you better be ready. Okay, and then we got Harrison Bader 1.
Bombs away.
And Harrison Bader 2.
Bombs away.
All right, Paulie. Now we're going to go to the next portion of the show, which will be business time, because we have to celebrate the supers on the show. And then we're going to get to your announcement, because the announcement is as big as the supers. But stand by, Paulie.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Stevie Grosh is a super right out of the gates, and he says, our sidewalk session's cool at the Cron Studios. Earlier in the show, we talked about how Cron 4 just has a brand new podcast studio. We're going to maybe do the show from there occasionally. And Stevie Grosh wants to know if sidewalk sessions are cool.
It's a great question, Grosh. And I would answer like this, honestly, from my heart and soul. I would say that Cron Chris, the guy, he's the general manager now. This is no small time dude. He's running that whole operation. And I got to say, and Tony, correct me if I'm wrong, but Cron Chris, who I get along with very well, and so does Tony, and we love this guy. I mean,
he's great.
He came after us and he goes, I love what you guys are doing. I want to put you on Cron 4. I'm like, yeah, awesome. How do I not like this guy? But Tony, I would say that Cron Chris knows what he's getting himself into when he does business with Paulie Mac and Creative Tony. There's going to be some herbal delish in the mix. Yep. There's going to be some Pro 420 banter here and there. So, Grosh, to answer your question, I would say it hasn't happened yet, but the future is unwritten, my friend. If you to quote Joe Strummer, the future is unwritten. You want a sidewalk session at Cron? We'll see what we can do. I like to oblige. Yes.
Especially since we refer to the Cron people as chronics.
That's the other thing. Yeah. By the way, Chris, I hope you don't mind just calling your audience chronics. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's getting a crash course in Paulie Mac culture. You know what I mean?
It feels like a perfect fit. Paulie, stand by.
Herb.
Yeah.
Herb is a plant.
Right.
Herbs are good for everything.
Okay. And then Patty from Napa is a super. Hi, Patty. Just fresh off of her seeing the Eagles in Texas, dude. And by the way, she saw Tedeschi Trucks, I think, opened up for the Eagles. Is that correct?
Oh, dude, no wonder. Hold on. Before we go to this message, Tony, I'm glad you said that because I was confused all weekend. So Patty sent out some text to a few of us over the weekend, and I was very confused because I saw the pictures of Tedeschi Trucks, and they were coming from Patty, and I was like, I don't get what's going on because I thought she was at the Sphere. I forgot. I didn't realize she was in Texas. And I know at the Sphere, they don't have opening acts. It's just like the headlining band. So that makes sense. Okay, Tony, carry on. So, yeah, I guess Tedeschi and Trucks open for the Eagles. That's a nice little bill right there. Nice show.
God, great freaking bill. Tedeschi Trucks, if you have not seen that band, check them out. They're coming to the Greek Theater in August, Paulie. I think you should be there. I think we should be there.
We got a lot going on at the Greek. I want to shout out Tedeschi and Trucks coming to the Greek. I want to go to that. And then there's 2 Bob Dylan shows at the Greek coming up soon, like June 13th and 14th or something like that. Anyway, I want to get to one of the Dylan shows at the Greek too. Speaking of the Greek, Tony.
And there's also the man who wants to make America blank again coming in September, Sturgill Simpson, also known as Johnny Blue Skies and the Dark Clouds. They will be there. I already have my ticket thanks to Captain Leisure. I'll be there at the Greek for that show. It's September 15th, I believe it is, Paulie. But those are the supers. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the show to Paulie Mac's Particles. We had a fun weekend. Giants baseball. We had NBA playoffs. We had the NBA conference finals set. We got Spurs and OKC tipping off in less than an hour.
Yeah, we're going to try to clear the deck so we can all go watch that. And I want to talk conference finals tonight. I have a right or wrong ready to go with you as well.
Yeah.
But before we go there, here comes the announcement because this is actually going to affect the show a little bit. Two things. First off, no night flight this Wednesday because we will be down at the Dwight Clark event, like emceeing that and hosting and doing all kinds of stuff. And yes, Patty, you be nice to Bob Dylan. He won a Nobel Prize for literature, for Christ's sake. And yeah, his vocals are not great, but I'm a huge fan. I'll go see Dylan anywhere, anytime. Okay. No show Wednesday for the Dwight Clark event. That's one thing because Tony and I have to be down there like early in the afternoon, helping set up, get ready. So we're just not going to have enough time to do the show. But Thursday we'll be back and we'll review the whole thing. We're working on special guests all over the place. Other announcements regarding the show tomorrow. One of our favorites, Rags. Hold on to something, buddy, because this might be her biggest fan, I think, is Rags out of New Jersey. The wonderfully talented and lovely Rita Oak from Portugal will join us tomorrow. She has put together her first book of images and different art. And Tony, I believe and I need a copy of this, by the way, it's a Jimmy Garoppolo-centric book where all of the artwork she did for Jimmy G is going to be sold. And here's the best part. The proceeds are going to go to the Golden Heart Fund, which makes me very, very happy. So that's correct, right, Tony? Her proceeds going to the Dwight Clark fund.
Yes. Here, let's check out the video from Rita herself. Stand by, Paul.
Stand
by. Make sure the volume's up. Here we go.
You guys might remember the Jimmy G coffee table book. What if I told you you could get it? Yes, I do have a personal test copy that I kept while figuring out how the book would look completed, but this version is different. This is your chance to get the only fully finished copy, and I created it specifically for the Dwight Clark Legacy event happening on May 20th. This book is something that means so much to me personally, and now
Look at the pictures of Jimmy G on the book, by the way.
No, I can't get enough, dude. That's how it all started. So if you're just to go back in time and retrace, like, how did we get hooked up with her? She started doing like artwork. And I mean, Tony, every day she spit out a new Jimmy G image, a piece of original art. And so and that started like in Jimmy's, I believe his last year in San Francisco. Big Jimmy G fan this girl is, and she did that book. So that's why she started doing this several years ago. I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah.
And here we go, Steve. We'll finish the video real quick.
we get to be a part of something even bigger by helping raise money for the Golden Hearts Fund and also honoring Dwight Clark legacy. So if you ever asked about the book over the years, this is your chance to get it. And it's also signed by me. I'm so incredibly honored.
There we go, Paulie. So that's Rita Oak, and you can go to dwightclarkaward.com or go to Rita Oak _art on Instagram, and you can purchase her book, and the proceeds go to the Dwight Clark Legacy Series.
I will tell you this too, for the 49er fans that are watching or listening today, if you have not been to one of these Dwight Clark Legacy events, I really encourage you to come on down. There are tickets available. We will give that one pair away, but if you don't win those, go ahead and grab yourself a pair, because first of all, it's a tax write-off. You can write this off. This is a charity event, and 100% of the money raised, 100%, every damn dollar and cent, is going towards the Golden Heart Fund, so that we can hopefully, make some progress on this god awful disease that took our friend Dwight Clark. It's brutal. It really is. That's an unforgiving disease. People I'm sure in the audience have had, connections to it in their own lives, but watching it take Dwight was really, really difficult. And I love to, you know what, Tony, I feel like you and me, dude, as lifelong Niner fans, this is like a tiny way that we can give back to the whole thing. And I'm so happy. I got to be honest, Tony, I'm honored to be part of these things. I truly am honored to be even considered that they ask us to come down. And Kirk was psyched that you're coming, by the way. So
I love Kirk. Kirk is the
So Kirk Reynolds, if you hear us say this name a lot, just to give you some background, Kirk Reynolds was the PR guy under Eddie DeBartolo. And when Eddie left, Kirk left. But Kirk he's still the guy for all of those Niners during the
a testament to Kirk Reynolds is all of the relationships he made during those years under Eddie D, he still has with all these former players and personnel, and they respect the hell out of Kirk to where when Kirk calls, they show up.
100%. I mean, Bryant Young will be there. Like these guys, and Tony's right, man. But that, you know what, man? That to me speaks to the family culture that Eddie DeBartolo kind of fostered. This is what Eddie DeBartolo wanted, not just a football team, a family.
Yeah.
And that's really so. Anyway, if you guys don't have tickets, really, I encourage you guys to come on down, join us Wednesday. Again, you can write off the purchase on your taxes, and it's just a great time for everybody involved. Okay, thank you for that, Tony. Rita Oak tomorrow.
I apologize because I almost laughed while you were talking seriously about Dwight Clark. I almost
don't laugh when I'm doing that.
I know because I looked over the chat and I see Rags with the comment saying, "Put Rita back on, please."
No, I know Rags is going to have to hose himself down tomorrow. Rags, you might need to like tape yourself to a chair tomorrow because Rags, I think, is Rita Oak's biggest fan.
Here's the thing. I got to ask Rags, are you going Biscuit Lady or are you going Rita Oak?
What? Oh, would he had a choice?
Yeah.
Interesting question. We'll see. Rags, that'll be like right or wrong with Rags. We'll do a right or wrong with Rags.
Totally.
Biscuit Lady or Rita Oak? Rags, go. Okay. I want to also announce what are you raising your hand for? Whoa.
No, I got to talk a little Giants ball before we talk NBA, but I want you to take it. Go.
You got hang on. So, because this is affecting the show next week. So, last week, this is the first opportunity I've had to tell you guys this because last week was busy. We had Canizaro, we had Tolbert, we had Tim Flannery, and I didn't want to like jam this into those shows because it really wasn't relevant, but now it is because so here's what happened. This is a Bruce Springsteen related update. Okay. So when this tour got announced, it all happened very quickly. Tony, I think Bruce announced the dates like in March. And then by April, he was on the road touring. The tour he's still on. So when the tour dates were announced, I showed my wife the dates and I'm like, well, here's the San Francisco. And you got to understand, my wife travels all the time with work. She's on the road constantly. So she was out of town for the San Francisco date. And I said, listen, pick any other show on this tour because I will go see Bruce anywhere, anytime. And Tony, you know me, dude. One usually isn't enough. I got to double dip. So it's like you seeing fish, dude. One's not enough. You got to go back. So I said, pick any show on this thing. I thought maybe we go to Boston, maybe we go to New York. She looked at the dates and she goes, the only show I can do because of my schedule, her schedule, is Washington, D.C. So I go, great. Let's go to D.C. Great. Fantastic. So last week, this is kind of a funny story. Last Tuesday, Tony, I'm watching the T-Wolves and the Spurs, right? And I did something that I rarely do. I fell asleep on the couch like an old man watching the game. And I never do that. Like, I don't usually fall asleep during games, but this night I did. And I woke up and it was like 8:15. And I panicked because I thought I was missing the night flight, dude. I forgot. I didn't realize it was Tuesday. I was all out of whack. I was like, oh, no. I was like, Tony's going to be pissed. He's already on the air. And I'm like running around trying to wake up. And she's like, what are you doing, dude? It's Tuesday. Chill out. Relax. And I go, oh, okay, cool. And then she goes, while you were napping, I just bought airline tickets and hotels. So long story short, I'm going to Washington, D.C. next week to see Bruce Springsteen. And what that means is it's going to affect the show because I think we're only going to do 3 shows next week. Monday is Memorial Day, so that day's off for everybody. And then Tuesday's the day, Tony, I'm flying down there. The gig is on Wednesday. I will be back with Tony on Thursday. I'll be checking in from D.C. And then I think Tony's going to post up one other show on either Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday. We'll figure it out by the end of the week. But just letting people know, I'm going to be on the road. I'll send videos. You can play stuff on the show, Tony. But me and the boss are going to do one more night together, and that'll be next Wednesday. So that's the big update. I just want people to know because the show will be a little weird next week.
Also, I saw people in the chat wondering what time our show is tomorrow. Tomorrow, our show is at regular time, high noon, just to remind everybody. And then, yes, Monday, we're off Memorial Day. I'll be in Half Moon Bay coaching a tournament in Half Moon Bay.
Memorial Day?
Yeah, it starts on Saturday and it goes Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Really fun tournament.
Can we get you down to the field to drag the infield and chalk the lines? Maybe 7 a.m. Is that okay? Maybe 6:30. Yeah, on Memorial Day. What's better than that? Getting up at the crack of dawn to chalk a field. You know what I mean?
To be honest, Paulie, and now I'm getting all sentimental now because as my coaching days are winding down, I'd do it. I'll do it. If they need
Tony's
it,
going
I'll
to be
do it.
lining Tony's going to be chalking the base paths and crying at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I'll be driving the little tractor dragging the infield and
like weeping,
sobbing.
just weeping. Yeah, like sobbing. Like, yeah. The sadness of a coach, Tony. You know what I mean?
It's also great too because the field is very close to the beach in Half Moon Bay. So, like, you know, each year I'll run down and shout out to our co-coach Keenan, who takes the kids of the team and he walks them out to the ocean, to the beach, and he talks to them about the meaning behind Memorial Day and why we're all, you know, have a holiday on Monday and everything. So it's a very cool thing. And tip of the cap to Half Moon Bay and the Half Moon Bay Pirates. They do a great job putting this tournament on. So that's where I'll be during the weekend. So no show Monday. Yeah. And then Tuesday we'll do something. And then Paulie and I will do something Thursday. And then I don't know if it'll be Wednesday or Friday or what. We'll figure something out for another show later on that week. But it'll be a fun week. And then we're back to full strength on the week after that, which will be
Correct. And by the way, shout out to Patty from Napa, the queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025. She just posted up a note here for both of us. She goes, your business advisor says it's okay to take the week off. Excuse me, Patty. We love Patty so much. You guys, if we haven't revealed this yet, I think we've kind of trickled this out there over time. I mean, we got nothing to hide, but Patty has been incredibly helpful to everything we're doing behind the scenes. And she has kind of become like our de facto business manager. Because if you want to talk business, the last two qualified people on the face of this earth talking business is that guy right there and this guy right here. Yeah. We are lost in the woods when it comes to, but anyway, Patty's been helping us a lot. So thank you, Patty.
I'm lost in love and I don't know much. Okay.
Well, now I'm going to quote Bruce Springsteen. I got Boss on my mind. Tony, I'm lost in the flood.
Nice.
That's off the Greetings from Asbury record. I recommend it. Lost in the Flood. Great track.
I'll quote Justin Timberlake and just say, I'm losing my way, which is a great freaking song with a choir in the background too. Oh,
you do quote Timberlake sometimes. It's a little suspicious.
Dude, Timberlake, if you've ever seen anybody out there seen Justin Timberlake live, if you've seen Timberlake live, it's a fantastic show. When I saw him live, he had a full choir. He had like a 10-piece band. It was freaking amazing.
Tony, are you single-handedly helping him bring sexy back?
God, no, but like Sturgill Simpson.
No, not really. Tony goes,
I'm not bringing sexy back, but Sturgill Simpson wants everybody to blank again. Make America blank again. The first track on his new album, Dr. Johnny Blue Skies. Check it out. I listened to it over the weekend. It's such a groove. It's such a good the whole album's really good, by the way. Check it out.
Hey, Tony, last lost reference of the day. Yeah. This one goes maybe a little before Creative Tony's time because I'm like 5 years older than Tony, so I don't know if he's with me on this. Rags will know it, probably Carlos, guys like that. Do you remember that really corny, like low budget sci-fi series in the 70s called Lost in Space?
Yeah. Yes.
Warning, like waving his arms there, warning. So shout out Lost in Space as well, Tony. Land of the Lost, Rex, nice, dude. That's another one. That was even lower budget. Land of the Lost, dude, with the sleeve stacks. Fantastic. Actually, you know what's funny about that, Rags? They made a movie of that. It's a comedy with Will Ferrell. Like Will Ferrell, they did a Land of the Lost movie. I don't know if you ever saw that. It's not bad. Not bad.
Hey, by the way, a couple things, man. I know I got to give some.
I know, dude. We're just all over the place. Sorry. Go ahead, T.
But Los D, I see you on the chat. I quoted Lost in Love earlier, and you nailed it. Lost in Love, Air Supply. Got to give love to Lost in Love.
Give me the chorus. I know the title. How does it go?
In love, and I don't know much. I've been thinking
about it. Got it. Yeah.
Back on my feet, easy to be what you and it's got anyways, it's like a floaty tune. Anyways, shoot, I was gonna say, I saw somebody on the chat, and I think this is Sammy Munchkin. I think I know who that is. Dr. Sammy Munchkin, what's up? Welcome to the show. I see you on the chat. And Paulie, the Giants took 2 of 3 in Sacramento.
Correct.
You want to talk about that?
And Robbie Ray, tight pants going tonight, buddy. The wedgie, because somebody, I forget who said this. It might have been Patty last week. Somebody goes, it's really not even tight pants so much. Now he's just out there on the mound rocking a wedgie. Like, like his pants are so tight, they're going up his butt. So keep an eye on the wedgie tonight. He'll be out in the desert, Tony, taking on the D-backs.
Yeah.
No, what?
No, I just had some thoughts about
No,
what-
share your
what
thoughts.
is-
That's why we're here. Don't hold it back. Just share.
what's underneath the baseball pants or what's not underneath the baseball pants for Robbie Ray.
I think maybe a G-string because
Well, no. Remember when Nuke Lelouch and Bull Durham wore just the jock strap and no undies?
I
And
thought he
so-
wore Susan Sarandon's panties at one
Then,
point.
then Sarandon got involved. And by the way, Bull Durham, we should do that one night. Best baseball movie, just as a side topic. I will stand behind Bull Durham forever as the best baseball movie. I stand by that. But I was gonna say, Paulie, before we talk Giants, did you see Chad Smith come out as Will Ferrell in the monologue for SNL?
The best. The freaking best, dude. And then Will Ferrell played drums with Paul McCartney. I don't even know how they like pulled all that off, but yeah, Tony's right. That was it was a really funny show. I thought they did a really good show. And just so you guys know, I try to watch SNL because of my buddy Chris, who works on the show, and we talk a lot. And he asked me, he'll go like, "What did you think of this segment? What did you think of that?" And I'll tell him, I go like, "Yeah, that was really funny." Saturday was a really good show. It was kind of like a throwback, old school. So yeah, Tony, describe what happened if people didn't see it, because it was really clever and it was funny.
Well, Chad Smith walked out as Will Ferrell,
Like,
and dude,
doing the monologue, dude. He
doing
came
the
out
monologue, and it is crazy how much they resemble each other, man.
It is. It's nuts. It
And
really
they
is.
both
nuts.
like have aged the same way.
Yeah,
Like,
they both have
both
like
are-
gray hair now and stuff. Yeah.
It's
And they both have
wild.
the same body type. They're tall.
Yeah.
They're both kind of big dudes. Like it is. You're right. The similarity is startling when you see them side by side. And if you missed it, you should look for it on YouTube. It's funny. It's worth
Yeah,
it.
it
man.
really is funny.
Yeah.
But and if you put a hat backwards, like a Dodgers or Angels hat backwards on Will Ferrell, he would look exactly like Chad Smith. It's wild. Anyways, check it out on Saturday Night Live. But Paulie, I gotta just give love to our guy, Luis Arraez, dude. This kid, I haven't been so excited to watch a player bat, and I know it's not the launch angle and exit velocity and hitting bomb after bomb. It's just the contact and knowing that he only has 7 strikeouts on the season. He only has 1 strikeout in the month of May. Just almost a guarantee that he's going to put the ball in play every at bat. I mean, I freaking love that, dude. And listen to these numbers, dude. Versus Sacramento or versus the A's. I hate saying Sacramento versus the A's. 8 for 12 with 2 home runs. Okay.
Can't do much better than that. Honestly, you go 8 for 12. I mean, that's like Pete Rose territory. That's as good as it gets. Yeah.
I also playing a tremendous defensive second base, shall I add. Last 7
You
days.
shall. Yes, you shall.
I shall. Last 7 days, 12 for 29, batting 414. In the month of May, he's batting 375, 21 for 56 with only 1 strikeout.
No, you called it. No, you said this Tony said this before the season started, like that he never strikes out, and you're all over it. Now, Tony, here's my question to you as a baseball guy. And I don't know the answer. You got to tell me what has happened in MLB over the past, I'm trying to figure out when it all kind of shifted. I mean, maybe 10, 15 years that guys just can't hit for average anymore. You don't really see 280 hitters.
They've changed their approach. They're trying.
But I'm saying why? I know they're being coached like that, but why did they change their approach? Why not get on base and play baseball? You don't have to hit a home run. Why did this whole thing change?
It's the whole long ball thing. And remember that whole advertising campaign, chicks dig the long ball?
I do. But yes.
That's what it is. It's not just chicks. It's people love home runs. I love home runs.
I do
but
too.
I also don't rely on home runs. And home runs happen when you're not trying to hit them.
Well, see, there was a time, Tony, when there were different kinds of, and I'm thinking about the past, that we both grew up watching. It wasn't that long ago. There were different kinds of hitters in the game. There were sluggers. There were guys like Canseco, McGuire. They hit bombs.
Yes.
Then there were pro hitters like Keith Hernandez, Tony Gwynn, guys that, they'll hit a few home runs every year, maybe, 5-10 home runs a year, but their primary thing was just hitting. When I think about Keith Hernandez, I think about a great hitter. When I think about Tony Gwynn, I think about one of the greatest hitters the game's ever seen. But there aren't any guys like that anymore. There are
Luis
sluggers.
Arraez subscribes to the school of Tony Gwynn. His approach is very Gwynn-esque, Wade Boggs-esque, Ichiro-esque, just quick swing, put the ball in play. up the middle, like send the ball back to where it came from, right back up the middle. That's the approach that I love and firmly believe in.
And nobody does that really anymore. Arraez is an exception, but look, a great example of what I'm talking about is a guy like Schwarber, because Schwarber, he can't hit to save his life, but he does hit home runs. I think he leads baseball with home runs, or at least
20 now. 20
he's a machine. He's a home run hitting machine. But Tony, his batting average is like 210 or 220 or something. I mean, it's miserable.
I mean, so that's a guy that they basically rely on to, I don't know, every 10 at bats, hit one out or hit one to the wall or hit one deep. And again, home runs are incredibly exciting. They're a beautiful part of the game. It is so hard to hit a home run, especially against today's type of pitching. Wow. But that's what I can't stand, is that literally the bat, and this is getting really technical, but the bat path through the zone has changed to where it's not flat through the zone.
It's going upward now, right?
It's literally a launch angle.
But the fans suffer because the quality of the game is not as good. I would really argue that. Like the quality. Now, another example of a guy, like here's a homegrown guy like that we all love, Will Clark.
Yeah.
You'd be hard pressed. Like, could you imagine what he'd be worth today, Will Clark? Because he could hit home run. He did everything. Will Clark could do it all. Like, he was a beautiful hitter, but he also
sorry to cut you off, but that's what was beautiful about Barry Bonds too. Yeah. Barry Bonds is the best hitter I've ever seen in my lifetime, because he could do all of it. He could hit base hits. He could hit the ball. He could hit the ball the other way. And then he had a ridiculous power before the alleged, whatever you want to call it. He was still an amazing hitter before all that. And dude, by the way, Arraez is second in MLB in hits with 57 hits.
Yeah,
second in all of MLB with 57
No, it's awesome. No, and I'm glad you were right, man. And I'm glad you were right, because the Giants need a guy like that. Tony, go back to 2010, the Giants' first World Series. Do you remember? He's kind of a forgotten piece, but he really was good in 2010, and I think he had to retire in 2011 because his back got jacked up. But you remember Freddie Sanchez?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so Freddie Sanchez won a batting title in Pittsburgh. He won a freaking batting title. Right. And then the Giants got him. And if you go back and look at 2010, like, he was the kind of guy I would refer to as a professional hitter. Like, he just found gaps. He could go opposite field. He would get on base. He was a great singles hitter. We don't now, with the exception of Arraez, we haven't seen anybody like that in San Francisco in some time. And I just think the game suffers for that. And I don't know why there aren't more coaches encouraging, like you just said, the level bat path through the zone. Like, why don't some coaches stand up and go like, no, we don't have to hit home runs. Let's get on base and move the runners and score runs and all that. Play the game of baseball.
I mean, look at the ratings for the home run derby over All-Star Weekend. That home run derby has become the marquee event of All-Star Weekend. Yeah, because people love to watch these guys launch baseballs into the stands. And I do too, but that is a home run derby. And, a guy that can go deep when everybody in the park is thinking of, like, it's a situation where, you're like Aaron Judge is coming up and it's like, oh man, runner on second base, they're down 2. If Aaron Judge goes deep, they're going to tie it up. And then he does. And you're like, damn, that is amazing. That athleticism, an incredible athlete. Like, what a hitter. But I love the game of baseball for manufacturing runs. I love getting on base, getting over, getting them in. Like, we talk about the stolen bases that don't happen anymore. We talk about the hit and run that doesn't happen anymore. Like, that's the game of baseball that I know and love. And small ball that we talked to Flan about last week. I don't know.
And it's funny because now Patty made a comment, and I think Carlos did too. A few guys have commented. Patty, I see right now, but Tony, the other part of this, like on the two scales of baseball, hitting and pitching, the pitching has declined as well. And the funny thing, it's not funny actually, because the old time guys are probably pretty damn pissed about this, and they have every right to be, but pitchers have never done less in the history of Major League Baseball. Starting pitchers have never been asked to do less than they're doing now. Like, you go 5 innings, that's a great start now. And the old time, talk to Mike Krukow. You want to talk to you want to talk about a pitcher, go talk to Mike Krukow about how many complete games he threw and how hard those guys had to work. And they made a fraction of what these guys are making today. So same question, Tony. Why? I think I have an idea. My question was going to be, why is pitching declined? I'm going to go first, and then you tell me if you think this is right or wrong and add your own thoughts. But to me, I just think kind of starting around the time Barry Zito signed that monster deal in San Francisco. I think that was 126 mil, something like that. And I remember there were murmurs at that time, boy, you shouldn't spend that much on a pitcher. But the thing is, like, I think because these pitchers make so much money now, teams are overly protective. They're like, well, we have to protect this guy. We can't overwork him. And what if he gets hurt? I mean, well, yeah, guys get hurt. I mean, they're athletes. You could do. I mean, look at Greenlaw blew his Achilles out just running on the field. So I'm saying you can't bubble wrap guys to the point of like taking away their effectiveness. And so why has pitching declined also? And why are guys doing
I feel like there's more throwing than pitching, where guys are just throwing very, very hard, but they're not necessarily craftsmen on the mound, where they're like what like Greg Maddux used to do and Tom Glavine used to do, and like John Burkett, or like those guys that weren't overpowering pitchers, but they were crafty in how they messed with your head. Now, these pitchers nowadays mess with your head in a different way, where it's like, oh my God, I'm going to see 101 miles an hour. Jesus H. Like that kid, Mason Miller. Mason Miller for the Padres is damn near unhittable, because he'll hit 102, and then he'll throw a freaking nasty slider that falls off the table, and you're just like, Jesus, what am I supposed to do? So I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say the pitching's worse now. I'm just going to say it's different, but it's not as much. It's not as crafty as there's not as many craftsmen.
Shout out to Beastie Boys. She's crafty. She's crafty. She gets around. Tony, I just wanted to let you know also, Doug in Japan is in the house. If you could greet him properly. Yeah. What's up, Doug? Good to see you, buddy.
Come on, man. All right.
All right, Tokyo!
There's all the Japanese girls screaming. I love that. That sounded great. Tony, I think it's time. We're like an hour into the show. Perhaps we should acknowledge a sponsor. You know what I mean?
I know, we're going to get back to this, because we got to talk a little Devers and Schmitt too.
Okay, we're going to talk more Giants. And before we go, Tony, I do have a couple of basketball things I want to get out there, because the Western Conference Finals are going to start in about a half, or actually less than that, 20 minutes.
And there's also Trevor McDonald. Dude, we got to talk Trevor McDonald.
And I got a right or wrong. I wouldn't mind doing a right or wrong with you before we get out of here today too. But first, Longbridge Pizza.
Hold on, Paulie. You have a
right or wrong?
Later. I do. It's going to be easy, dude. It's no big thing. It's going to be simple and lickety split style, but I do want to pick your brain on a right or wrong.
And Paulie, I'm going to start are you doing Longbridge or Stellar? Where are you going?
I was going to go Longbridge, but you could change my mind. I don't care.
I'm just going to start the Longbridge spot with a slap. There we go.
Is that for me?
That's for everybody.
Get nice, dude. Good answer. That's for all of us. That's for all. You know what? Give me another one. I need doubles. Believe me, if there's anybody who needs a few slaps around here, it's me. And good to see you, Doug, in Japan. As always, I appreciate you. Okay, Longbridge Pizza. Creative Tony told you what's going on. We got Jerry and the Jerks happening tonight, right down there, man. The fundraiser celebrating Jerry Garcia. And Tony, I don't know if you heard what Tony said. Tony said this like very casually at the beginning. He goes, yeah, Grateful Dead bands are playing. And then you just casually slipped this in. You said, oh, yeah, and then Neil's making pizzas. It's all you can eat.
Yeah.
You dropped an all you can eat on me. So that's if you want to get on down to Longbridge. And again, the relentless good vibe machine that is Neil Donardi. I just want to remind you, today's his day off again. This guy works on more days off probably than anybody I've ever met. Like he works 6 days a week and generally tries to take Monday off. But the past, 3, 4, 5 Mondays, he's been in there doing all these special events. So, Neil, we love you, buddy. And what's up, everybody at Longbridge? Hope you guys are having a great time. Tony, tell the people, or maybe show this video. What do you have queued up here?
Stand by here. Let's see the video real quick. Let me make sure the volume's up. Here we go. All right.
Nice. Listen to Phil.
By the way,
did you hear Lesh right there? Dude, Lesh was all over the place. Yeah.
I feel like the eyes of the world with Branford is now becoming like a theme song of our show, because it comes up a lot, and like unplanned, it comes up a lot.
It should. The more eyes of the world with Branford, the better.
Dude, Paulie, like here,
and that's Lesh, dude. That's
I know. But Phil and Branford are having this conversation, and then Jerry says, "Well, I want to get in."
Jerry's dancing around on top. Yeah, totally. Yeah,
gorgeous. Anyways, come to Longbridge Pizza if you're in the neighborhood. Come on by. You won't regret it. It'd be a great night. If you're not able to come by, that's okay. you'll get to the Longbridge Pizza Vibe Tribe as soon as you can at 2347 3rd Street. But also, I was talking to Neil earlier today, and he's got like a bunch of different catering gigs coming up. And he says, I said, Neil, I'm going to keep pumping the catering. And he goes, yeah, do it. If you're interested in having the pizza wagon come to your event,
oh, it's the best.
Email events@longbridgepizza.com. Events@longbridgepizza.com. And you can work something out with Neil and Gilbert and the whole Vibe Tribe posse, and they can come to your event, graduations, birthdays, whatever. And Neil will come to you, and he sets up a great setup for your party. So email them, events@longbridgepizza.com. P.
Thank you, Longbridge. We love you guys so much. And I got to tell you right now, having just been, just been like the let me see what's the right word, the beneficiary, I guess, of one of those pizza wagon nights when Tony and I did the gig at St. Charles last week. I never saw him set this up. He's got like these portable ovens that spin. Like, it's insane, the amount of stuff Neil does. So anyway, Neil, we love you, buddy. And thank you, Longbridge Pizza, for being such a great partner and great friends. It's a family at this point. And you want to be around Neil because he's just good people. He brings that South City kind of flavor, to not only to like the restaurant, but also to like the actual food he makes. It's old school, the sourdough crust, 3rd Street, right down from Chase Center. In fact, if you're going to a Valkyries game, you're going to a show at Chase Center, there's no better pre and post. Ask Corinne. Corinne in Fairfax did a gangster move last week or the week before. We went to a Giants home game, had Longbridge before the game, and then went back for dinner at Longbridge after the game. That's gangster, Corinne. I love that. So Longbridge Pizza, 2347 3rd Street in the Dog Patch. Laid back vibe, serious pizza, sourdough crust, very Grateful Dead friendly. You know how like some houses, like you see like these bed and breakfast? Oh, don't worry, we're pet friendly. You can bring your I'll tell you, Longbridge Pizza, they're Grateful Dead friendly, which makes me extremely happy. And you can see the food there. Like, Neil's not messing around, man. Oh, the Senor. Yeah. People like the Senor, Tony.
I bought a Senor last Friday and brought it home, and I devoured half of it on the car drive home. Seriously,
look at that.
3 slices while I'm driving. It was outstanding. It was great.
Hey, just a word to the wise, dude. A word to the wise. This is a true story. A kid I went to college with in Boston once got pulled over and got a ticket because he was ready for this. He was driving around eating barbecued ribs, and I'm not kidding. It's a true story. This kid's name was, I just remember his name was Robbie. That's all I remember. The guy's name was Robbie. And he was driving. He had ribs on his lap, and he was like eating ribs and driving. And the cop saw him, pulled him over, gave his ass a ticket. So don't get a ticket for drilling slices on the freeway, Tony. That's all I'm saying.
That's a very good point, but I was pretty sly about it, and I had a nice fold going while I was driving. It was great. Paulie, Los D is a super, so I'm going to play the extended version of Business Time because Los D deserves the extended version of Business Time. We played the intro earlier, so...
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
And Los D's a super. He says, Tony, is today's pitching really better, or are there just harder throwers? I think the pitch variety was better back in the day. Los, you said it better than I said it 5 minutes ago. Yes, seriously. They throw harder nowadays, but I don't know if they are as crafty as they used to be. Some people are. Logan Webb is crafty. Logan Webb doesn't blow it by you. And by the way, Logan Webb is begging to throw more. He wants to throw more, and they won't let him. Like the 7th inning comes, and it's like, all right, we got to yank him. The guy throws over 200 innings every freaking season. The guy, I miss Logan Webb. He comes back May 25th, dude. And thank God for Trevor McDonald in his absence. Just like this kid needs to stick around.
I agree. I like him a lot. I like McDonald a lot. I like his demeanor. I like everything about this guy.
Paulie, 3 starts since he's been up, 2.37 ERA, 17 Ks, only 3 walks in 19 innings. And his last start yesterday, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 1 run given up. Dude, the guy is on point right now. And I get leery because I think teams start watching film and they start to see habits and maybe things that he gets into,
tendencies.
Yeah, tendencies that hopefully that he works around, and they're prepared for that as well. But then Paulie, back to the offense of the Giants.
Yeah,
and I know it's not like it's a struggling offense. Okay, they're 20 and 27th in fourth place, 20 and 27, 4th place in the NL West. But Devers in the month of May, and Devers had a beautiful base hit up the middle yesterday with runners on, and I'm like, that is the Devers we want right
It's
there.
going to happen. I think that,
Right.
that Devers has been appearing over the last week or so. It's come back around. Yeah.
Yes. Month of May for Devers, 19 for 58. Batting
Yeah.
328 month of May. That
Beautiful.
is fantastic. Like you have a sample size of a month of hitting. We're almost at the end of the month. And 19, we're on not the end of the month, we're middle of the month. Sorry. 19 for 58, 328. I love that. And Adames, okay. Adames, 11 for 30 the last 7 days, 6 for 14 against the A's, and 20 for 66 for the month of May, 303. So both of them are heating up.
Yep.
Matt Chapman I saw a stat before the A's series where Chapman was batting 8.083 for the month of May, but he did go 2 for 4 yesterday. So I'm hoping that turns it around. And then when the Schmitt goes down, you better be ready. Dude, batting 298 overall. And what is he? Month of May, he's 15 to 52, batting 288 and 8 for 22 in his last 7 games, 360.
Nice.
I freaking love it. 2 bombs on Saturday, 4
Yeah.
for 5 on Saturday. Like more.
And he's
Schmitt.
such a likable guy. He's like an old school kind of dirt dog giant, like he would have fit in with like the Will Clark Giants,
Yes.
Casey Schmitt. Like I feel that way. I like Casey Schmitt too.
Me too,
And thank
man.
you for those numbers. Those are good numbers. Real quick, just to clear something up, the aspiring botanist, that's my San Rafael neighbor up here. He said that he likes it when he goes, I like when Paulie says drilling butts. So I want to translate that. Tony knows what I'm talking about. So I want to translate this for the uninitiated. When I say drilling butt, when did I say that today? Did I say drilling butts today?
I don't know if you did say it today, but I love because we talked about that exact phrase. Like,
yeah. So drilling butts is just like another way of saying smoking cigarettes, like drilling, but you're drilling a butt, you're smoking butts. But thank you, botanist. You're one of my favorites too. And okay, Tony, I would like to segue to the NBA for just a minute. But before I do that, one headline from the NFL, I just want to get your reaction. Your buddy, the guy who, I don't know, he's like 170 now. He sits and streams. He takes ayahuasca. Aaron Rodgers has agreed to come back to Pittsburgh. So nice of him to rejoin his team. It's a 1-year deal worth potentially up to $25 million. Did you hear what I just said? $25 million for Aaron Rodgers. And I got news for you, Pittsburgh. It ain't going to go anywhere. I'm just telling you that right now. You're going to see exactly what you saw last year. He'll win a few games, but he's going to lose more than he wins. Tony, go ahead.
and he's also going to bitch and moan the whole time too. There you go.
I have to say I am very surprised the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing this because they're really putting their entire franchise on hold for a year. Because I'm telling you right now, Pittsburgh, they're not going to really do anything significant. They might, even if they have a winning record, I think it'd be something like a 9-8 type of thing. And it just stunts their growth as a franchise. Like rather than starting with another quarterback to start moving this thing forward, they got to put a pin in that and hold everything for a year while Aaron Rodgers plays what I assume will be his final year. And I'm not trying to be a pessimist. I'm just being real. I saw him last year. I wasn't that impressed. Like, what did you think of Aaron Rodgers last year? He was a shadow of his former self.
A shadow of a man.
Nice, dude. Nice. And also shadow dancing, Andy Gibb. Rest in peace.
You got Oysterhead and you got Andy Gibb. So
yeah,
you
both,
take your pick.
Both great in their own way. Yeah.
Take your pick. Oysterhead, by the way, shadow of a man.
Billy came back from Vietnam, just a shadow of. Don't even get me going on that, dude. We don't want to scare people away. Yeah, we're doing Les Claypool stuff. Don't mind us.
Well, Les Claypool, Stuart Copeland, and Trey Anastasio decided to form a trio. And
the best. By the way, shout out Rags, White Shadow, another great one, dude. Coach Reeves, dude, Salami, Coolidge, the whole thing. Shout out Tony Rags. Shout out Thorpe. Okay, with the glass. Thorpe. All right, Tony. So
yeah, you want? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Good reaction.
That's my. That's
You're
my.
kind of a fan of his. I'm not a big Rodgers guy. I don't know why they're doing this, but what do you think?
I'm not. Before he became the Aaron Rodgers of today, he went to Cal. I liked him. Cal.
He was phenomenal. No, he was a phenomenal quartry. There were years
he's become such a
dick. He's a dick. He's become a massive dick. Yes.
And I try, that Enigma show. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched.
I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of that, dude. I saw him putting in the stream. I'm like, I'm out right now. Yeah.
I think someone's got to tell him, hey, dude, I think it might be time to just hang it up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
You
he's
know?
going to be a mediocre quarterback on a mediocre team, most likely, unless they shock the NFL. But I just don't see this really going anywhere significant for the Steelers.
Yeah, shock the NFL, shock the monkey, Paulie. I don't know if we want to talk more Aaron Rodgers. I think we should get on to NBA because I feel like
Okay.
I know I appreciate you bringing it up, but it's like
It's a big. That's like the biggest NFL headline today, and I know you've talked Rodgers in the past. I was just curious to get your reaction.
I do like saying he's your guy and that he's
He's my guy for at least one more. Well, wait a minute. How can he be my guy if Pat Mahomes, the Muppet, is my guy?
Wow, true. And then
I
LeBron.
can only have one. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, and then you want to go NBA. You got LeBron as your guy as well. So
Great question from Noemi. Lady Catalina checking in. I'll throw this one to Tony right now. She asks, who will retire first, Aaron Rodgers or LeBron James?
Oh, that's a great question.
I think Rodgers. It's a guess, though. I don't know. I have no information. But
yeah, I guess Rodgers also. I would think Rodgers too. I mean, but yeah. You know what's weird is how both of them just kind of, if you're coaching them, there's no coaching. You don't have a chance to instruct them to do anything. Do you know
By the way, yeah, no, I totally hear you. I just want to say one last riff before I forget this, because I will if I don't say it right now. And I don't know how many of you out there have Netflix or you've seen this, Kevin. This is going to be connected to the Warriors. Bear with me 5 seconds. Have you seen this, Kevin, the roast of Kevin Hart that's on Netflix right now?
I've seen clips. Yeah.
So I didn't watch the whole thing, but my friend Brian Connors was telling me about this over the weekend. Shout out BC. He was saying that Draymond Green was one of the guests at the Kevin Hart roast. Yeah. And he got up there, and I guess a lot of people were riffing on Draymond, like throughout the night, but he was just getting drive-bys throughout the night. But then Draymond got up to speak. Now, I didn't see it, but I was told this. He got up and he was riffing on Chelsea Handler, the comedian, and somebody said, hey, Draymond, have you ever, Chelsea Handler has slept with so many famous people, and she's always talking about sleeping with celebrities. Have you ever slept with Chelsea Handler? And Draymond, pretty funny line, actually, pretty good joke. Definitely a comedian wrote this for him. I don't think he could have come up with this. He goes, did I ever sleep with Chelsea Handler? He goes, wait a minute. He goes, I'm Draymond Green. I don't hit threes.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's got a dual meaning there. I like that. I don't hit threes. Anyway, that's your Kevin Hart, Draymond Green roast update. Okay.
That thing got pretty spicy, by the way, that Kevin Hart roast. Are you a fan of roasts, by the way?
Not really. Yeah. The Tom Brady one was stupid. They're generally a big waste of time and money. And they did this thing like Tony at the LA Forum.
Yeah,
like maybe a little too big for something like that, you know. But anyway, no, I'm not a big fan of the roast. I don't generally traffic in those. How about you?
No, dude. I don't.
No.
I like I don't know. I like hangouts that are like complimentary and good vibes and like fun, not like trashing people and like I don't know. It's just
Creative Tony. Let me tell you what we're going to do here, pal, because I'm with you. Right, we're more about the positivity than passing around negative vibes. Tony, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about Dom Peralta. We are going to talk about Stellar Design, and then we're going to play a quick version of Right or Wrong, and then we'll dismiss the class and go watch the Spurs and Thunder, because I want to watch that game too. So for starters, Tony, let us thank Dom Peralta. Dommy Peralta has been like our kind of, you know, like when they have those sleds up in Alaska, you got the lead, the dogs that mush through the snow. That's Dom. Dom is like the lead dog on the sled, dude, just getting it done for us. And Stellar Design is Dom's design firm. And I want to talk to you about those guys for just a minute here, because if you have an idea, you've been watching the show, perhaps you're an independent business person and you're creating something and you need artwork or an image to go along with your work, Stellar Design's here. They're waiting for you. That's why they're here. So we actually have an update today, Tony. We want to congratulate Narava for securing the 2026 NIH Blueprint MedTech Optimizer Grant. It's a big deal, actually, in the medical world. And this is going to enable Narava to bring their solution to more patients. So again, and do you have the images there, T? Let me switch screens.
It's not an image. It's basically the article about Narava getting this optimizer award. And the NIH Blueprint MedTech program is a highly competitive trans-agency initiative designed to accelerate the development of promising neurotechnology innovations toward clinical impact. What a wonderfully written sentence, by the way. Jeez. But this is great because Nurava is basically the company that Dom and Stellar Design are involved with, and it helps predict epileptic seizures. It helps alert you to epileptic seizures. And I had epileptic. I had not epileptic seizures, but I had seizures as a kid. My mom had seizures as an adult. This Nurava, I hope that it succeeds, because if you could get some sort of alert before you have a seizure and be able to prepare, that would be amazing. So Dom, congratulations to you. Congratulations to Stellar Design and to Nurava. This is great stuff. A $4 million award. That is huge in the development, man. That's great.
Yeah, and it's great, Tom. I echo everything Tony just said. Good work and good on you, as they say in Australia, because that's great to be affiliated with a great cause like that. So back to Stellar Design, Tony, Dom's firm. What they do essentially is take your kind of rough draft, your back of the napkin sketch, and then they will turn it into a real working product with appropriate artwork that's going to help people's lives. So if you're in a startup company, if you're a freelance artist or copywriter or what have you, and you just have like a need for some art or images, or you're a big company, it doesn't matter, however big or small, Dom can help you. So visit stellar.design and let's make it real, and let's do it together, and let's do it with Dom Peralta. Email Dom. It's Dominic@stellar.design. Dominic@stellar.design. Because SGA won the MVP. This would be a good transition to basketball. That was the show that again, T, please, real quick. I want to see that myself.
This is the most valuable player trophy that Dom created for SGA, and it's the most valuable flopper.
I really like that. And you know what's funny about this MVP? Some people have been pissed about it because SGA did not lead the NBA in a variety of categories, but yet he did win his consecutive MVP awards. Tony, he's just the 14th guy in NBA history to win consecutive MVPs. I think the last guy to do it was Steph, that went back to back. Or did Joker go back to back? I can't remember. You guys help me out in the comments.
I think Joker did go back to back.
Okay.
What I love, Paulie, is the foot coming out of the shoe. He's flopping so hard.
It's a good touch, a good detail.
Oh my God, Rags, dude, Rags, you're so on it. He says it looks like Han Solo when they froze Han Solo.
You know what, Rags? Not bad, dude. Not bad. You know when they got him up on the wall? Jabba the Hutt got him up on the wall like a painting. Han Solo frozen. I love it. Good call, Rags. And thank you, Dom, and thank you, Stellar. You guys are freaking awesome. All right, Tony, final moments of the show today. And again, reminder for tomorrow, the great Rita Oak will join us from Portugal, no less. And we'll talk about her book. And it's just always great to see Rita and check in with her. And then we will we'll get ready for the Dwight. Thank you, man. Thank you. How come that's not on a T-shirt? How come people aren't walking around with that on a T-shirt? No explanation. Just Han Solo frozen stiff. You know what I mean?
So good, man. Good. Yeah. It's good stuff. Frozen Han. Thank you, Rags, for that.
Little trivia for you, Rags. Who in the Star Wars family was responsible for thawing his ass out? Who's the one that thawed him out? You, Mr. Star Wars. Don't look it up. I want you to tell me. He's looking for Tony's cheating. He's cheating. Oh. I
didn't look it up. Gosh, I forget, Paulie. I really forget.
You're Mr. Star Wars, though, and
Yoda and all this so stuff. Freaking long. I mean, yeah.
You want the answer? Should I just give it to you?
You know the answer?
I do.
Oh, wow.
It's Princess Leia.
Yeah.
She's in there like in the middle of the night while Jabba was sleeping, and she thawed his ass out. She fell off the wall. All right. Anyway, Tony, help me out with a little Al Pacino introduction here, because it's time to play right or wrong. And today we're going to play on an NBA topic, Tony. So whenever you're ready.
Yes, but hold on. I'm playing sound today just to play sound, like for no reason. Like, for example,
Tony.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Also, because I think it was Mark Gravy, no, it was the Stinking Badges. We were talking about Aaron Rodgers being your guy and LeBron being your guy. And
I got a lot of guys, apparently. Yeah.
Well, he said, no. Phil Simms is Paulie's guy.
Hey, Paulie. Hi. Phil Simms here.
Boom. Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
you guys actually can thank it, because in a weird way, Creative Tony and I and Murph, because Murph had his hands in this too. We all rid Phil Simms from Cameo. Like, we drove him out, like, because right after this went down, like, Simms got the hell out of Cameo when he found out that we punked his ass. But anyway, I owed Simms from the 8th. Don't you think? Like, when he was in Ronnie Lott's face, what are you, insane, getting in Ronnie Lott's face? I owe him from that alone. So we finally paid him back just a couple decades later.
I'm not a violent person, and I've never.
We're hippies. We're pacifists. We like to hug and kiss as opposed to fighting. Yes.
I'm not a violent person. I've never even punched another human being. I've been in like bench clearing brawls for baseball, but I've never punched a human being. But I will say, Will Smith has a very punchable face. Like he just has that, like a very.
You talking about the actor, or are you talking about the ball player?
No, Phil Simms has a very punchable
I
face.
thought you said Will Smith. Boy, my ears are gone. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, he's always had a punch, and his voice doesn't help either. Hi, Paulie. Hey, hi. It's like, oh, dude, Sims.
Well, his voice. See, I just wanted to play that sound because it was just an excuse to play the sound, Paulie, which is always fun. Because hey, Paulie, Phil Simms here, and then I was looking for something else too, but I can't find it. Oh, just because to reset the positive table.
We would all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
Yes, Paulie. Now it's time for
Right or wrong?
Boom.
Okay, it's time for everybody's favorite fun game. Now, we invented this year. It's very easy. I present a topic or two to Tony, and I ask him if my approach is right or wrong. Tony, tonight we dial in on the NBA Conference Finals. I'm excited. I really am because Cleveland, by the way, Cleveland just took a freaking, I mean, they just took Detroit behind the woodshed, man. 125-94. They beat the Pistons yesterday. Keep in mind, the Pistons were the number 1 seed in the East, and they just wet the bed, man, on their own court in a Game 7. I couldn't believe they were as flat as they were.
Could you imagine being a Detroit fan of all their sports, man? There's a lot of heartbreak in Detroit.
Well,
I'm rooting for all Detroit teams except for the Red Wings because the Red Wings have had some success.
Correct. That's right.
I'm rooting for the Lions, I'm rooting for the Tigers, and I'm rooting for the Pistons, dude.
The only thing about the Red Wings that gives me pause is because I like to support my friends and our great friend Vicky with Metallica. By the way, shout out Vicky. I saw Vicky on Friday, and she, check this out. You want to talk about like a rock and roll lifestyle? She just got back from Metallica gigs in Athens, Greece. She showed, she showed me the pictures. Another sold out stadium, this time in Greece. So she's home for a couple days, and this week she's heading back out for shows in Germany. So like you forget that Metallica, it's not just here in the States, dude. They are globally huge. They sell out stadiums literally all over the world. But Vicky is a diehard Red Wing fan. So I got to give a little bit of support there. But I feel you. They're the only Detroit team that's really done anything. Tigers had some moments.
Pistons had some love in the 80s too, but like like the recent in the last, whatever.
But the godforsaken Lions, dude. I got Danny Campbell over here. You know what I mean? Like they were supposed to, dude, just falling on their faces at home against the freaking Commanders a couple of years ago. Like that was, what the hell? So anyway, I feel you, Tony. And I like Detroit, dude. I like that town. It's a cool town. Yeah, but anyway, so you got Detroit and the Knicks in the East, and they're going to start their series tomorrow, starting right about now. And we're going to break up right after this is the Spurs and OKC. So Tony, it's going to be simple today. Right or wrong? You tell me.
Well, hold on, Paulie.
Right or wrong?
There we go.
Thanks, T. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to start in the East, and I'm going to say the Cleveland Cavaliers against the New York Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals. I'm saying to you, Tony, the Knicks will win this series and go to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. Creative Tony, right or wrong?
Right or wrong?
Right, Paulie.
Okay.
I think that there is just a vibe. Now, the only thing is the rest. The long rest that they've been on, that is going to be interesting. I'm assuming that they've been, obviously very active and working out and stuff. It's not like they're taking time off, but it's just that there's no better reps than game reps. And to be out of the, being resting for so long, I hope it's not a factor because they had a vibe, they had a thing going, they had major momentum. But I still think they'll find it. And also, man, I'm a Brunson guy, Mike Brown. Like, there's vibes, man. And I'm an MSG guy. So let's just go Knicks. And I know there was zero basketball analysis in there.
No, but it doesn't matter.
I'm going vibes. And
that's why, dude, you go with any criteria you want, brother. Well, you don't have to go X's and O's. Go vibes all day. I'm a vibe machine. Okay, similar approach. And similar question. Let's go to the Western Conference Finals. Tony, I say this to you, my friend. Oklahoma City will win this series, but I do see it going 7 games. Creative Tony, right or wrong?
Oh, it's not going. Oh, come on, you B. Come on, you B.
Right or wrong?
There we go.
By the way,
Paulie,
that might be my favorite soundbite on the board right now. Right? Or he goes, I command this family, right or wrong. Anyway,
Right or wrong.
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Paulie, wrong.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Speak. Go ahead. Speak to it.
I think they go in 6. I think they win in 6. I think.
You think OKC wins in 6?
I think
Okay,
they win in
fair
6.
enough.
I don't think it goes 7. OKC again, just playing lights out, and the Spurs are playing well too, but just lights out. OKC, I just feel like they're an unstoppable force, man. Yes, you have Wemby for San Antonio. Also, De'Aaron Fox is not playing game 1. I just saw. So who said that?
Oh, he is. He's out with the ankle.
Yeah. Someone just said that
Wow.
on the chat, and so thank you for whoever that was in the chat that said that. Thank you, because I saw it and I wanted to give credit where credit was due when you said it.
Wow.
But
Okay.
I appreciate it might have been Dom, might have been our very own Dom Peralta, but yeah, that is a big factor. And I like De'Aaron Fox, man.
De'Aaron Fox is a killer. I'm surprised more people don't talk about him. He is a hell of a. It seems like everything he throws up goes in. And I got to say, I thought he was going to go tonight. I'm actually surprised he's not playing. So Tony likes the Spurs in 6. He likes OKC in 6. I like OKC in 7. The last thing I'll say today is, though, it is curious. It's interesting that the Spurs had their way with OKC during the regular season, which is interesting because that's the only team that the Thunder had a hard time with. So that's why the series is going to be so much fun.
And 200 points, Paulie, and I got to give Dub City some love on this. Dub City says never bet on James Harden, so that's another reason to take the Knicks.
Great call. Great call. Yeah.
Great call.
Yeah.
And we're getting live reports right now. 10-3 Spurs, or no, 11-3. Big Al and Chico giving us a live update. Thank you, Big Al and Chico. And if the Spurs win it, I wouldn't be fully stunned. I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
I would feel like OKC is a better full team right now than the Spurs. But
Okay,
it's gonna be a battle royale.
That's why this is the best time of year for all the sports. Like once you get into the conference finals, this is competition at its very, very best. And Gravy, you get the final word, buddy. I totally agree. OKC does need Jalen Williams, and he should be good to go in this series, from what I've been told. So let's go watch the game. Let's do it. All right, Creative Tony, thank you. Great show today. We are back tomorrow at high noon. We will beam in Rita Oak Rags. Hose yourself down, take a cold shower. But Rita will join us tomorrow from Portugal. And the Dwight Clark tickets, Tony, we're going to end the show on the Dwight Clark ticket giveaway. We'll announce the winner tomorrow. Here's what you got to do. I need something. It's a 49er trivia question specific to DC. Dwight Clark, rest in peace. Email the correct answer. Whoever can get this sent to pauliespod@gmail.com first will win the ticket. We'll announce it tomorrow. The question
Paulie, just a reminder, do not answer in the chat.
No,
don't
answer in the freaking chat. I'll disqualify you. You know what I mean? You'll have to stay after school. I want you to only answer in the email, pauliespod@gmail.com. If you're a hardcore Niner fan, I think you'll know this. But the question is, I want the first person who can answer this correctly gets the tickets, and winner announced tomorrow. Tell me the last game Dwight Clark ever played in as a San Francisco 49er. Who was it against? What was the outcome? Tell me the last game Dwight ever played in as a San Francisco 49er. Answer it at pauliespod@gmail.com. We will announce the winner tomorrow. Creative Tony, thank you. And thank you, Patty from Napa. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Rockin' New Era, and Karen Bell, and Arkansas Dave, Doug in Japan, Rockin' New Era. All you guys, we freaking love you. Gravy and Creative Tony. That's it. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the games and take us home, pal.
Also, I wanted to say thank you, everybody, for joining us on Instagram Live. I see a bunch of you over there checking us out.
Yes.
And Paulie, on the way out, we said we'd do a few birthdays. I want to do just a couple because they're important. Yesterday, a 67th birthday to our guy, Jim Nance. Jim Nance, birthday yesterday, May 17th.
Many, many more, gentlemen, Jim. I hope you're enjoying yourself down in Monterey and having a beautiful day. I love Jim Nance.
Listen to who Jim Nance shares his birthday with, dude. Bill Paxton, Bob Saget, Taj Mahal, Paige McConnell, Trent Reznor, Dave Abraziz, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Damn,
Holy
that's
Lord.
a star-studded pack of birthdays, dude. Star-studded. All right, on that note, you guys.
And happy birthday today, 80th birthday to Reggie freaking Jackson.
Mr.
Reggie
October,
Jackson.
what do you want from me? I still maybe the greatest World Series moment I've ever seen. Game 6, 77 World Series. It's not just that he hit 3 home runs in a World Series deciding game. Tony, he did it on 3 pitches.
Yep. And
First
Paul,
pitch,
I
bang.
promise you, if you interviewed Reggie, I don't think he's trying to hit those home runs. He's trying to swing hard and make, loud contact, but I don't think, and yes, he's thinking home run, but he wasn't trying to it. Now I think you have players the point we talked about earlier in the show, we can get into it again tomorrow. Players consciously trying to hit home runs. That's why I love Arraez.
Another great
Arraez hit 2 home runs over the weekend. He wasn't trying to hit those out. That just happened. You know
Another great move by Charlie Finley. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's let Reggie Jackson go. Let's just get rid of him. Hey, and then finally, Rags, you get the last word. I loved the Reggie bar. If you guys remember that candy bar, the Reggie bar, I loved it. It was chocolate and like caramel and stuff. It was freaking great. Anyway, Rags, great call. Reggie bars, dude.
Bring back athletes like sponsoring candy bars.
I want, what I want though, dude? I want like a Joker bar. I want like a Jokic bar. Like God only knows what, like made of sawdust and like nuts and bolts. Like, cause he's so tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like that, like a very unappealing candy bar for the Joker. I want to market that.
How about a Brock bar for Brock Purdy, dude? Or
go win me a Super Bowl first, then we'll talk about candy.
Or a Curry Crisp. How about a Curry Crisp?
Fine. How about like curry flakes, like in your breakfast cereal? Give me some of those curry flakes. Tony, take us home. For God's sakes, I want to go watch a ball game.
I love cereal, by the way. Just shout out cereal at the end of the show. Here, go.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Thank you so much, guys. Always a pleasure to be with all of y'all. Thank you, Creative Tony. Thank you, our art director, Don Peralta. Thank you, Longbridge Pizza. We love you guys, and we will do it again tomorrow. Enjoy the ball game. Go Giants in the desert. Enjoy the wedgie and the tight pants, and we will see you at high noon tomorrow. Cheers, everybody.
Peace, y'all.